If you want to be confident and comfortable in your interview, well, you need to prepare. And the first thing you need to do is you need to look at that job description, because a lot of the information that is going to help you is right there in the words. It's in the requirements, it's in the responsibilities, it's how they describe themselves as an organization, and that is going to be super helpful. Now, if you want to take it a step further, use an AI chatbot and put the job description in the chatbot and ask it, can you please provide me with the types of questions that are probably going to be asked in the interview, as well as answers? This is something that you're going to need to study, but this will help you significantly, because one of the biggest issues when you're going into an interview is the unknown. So this will help provide you with some of those questions and answers so that you're prepared for it. But the other thing is that there's other kind of questions as well. They're known as behavioral questions. This is really where the organization tries to see what kind of a risk you are. Do you play nice with others? How do you deal with pressure? How do you work? Are you more autonomous or are you more collaborative? And these are the things that they're going to be looking for and trying to see how you match with them. Plus also elements that they may be looking for which are related to their culture. Now, you want to ask it about behavioral questions and the types of answers that they're looking for. Now, I am not a proponent for saying anything that is a lie, but it's good to know what are the kinds of things that they're looking for. Now, if you say to yourself, look, you know what, sometimes under pressure, I have a challenge. Well, look at it with a growth mindset. Yes, you have certain things that you're not good at yet. Maybe pressure is one of them. And that just means that you're not great at it yet, but you're getting better. That's how you need to look at it. When doing the interview, one of the most important things that you need to do is also do some research. You're going to need to do some research about the company, try to understand the company, what kind of business they do. How do you maybe fit in with what they're looking for as the kind of industry they're in, the kind of work that they do, who's their competition, and also do they have things like, this is our mission, this is our vision? Do they mention anything about their culture? Those are really important. The other thing is that when you're going to have an interview, you're usually going to be interviewing with people. You need to do the research on those individuals as well. Maybe see, oh, they went to the same school as me, or they're interested in the same volunteer work that I am. And it's not to say that that should be part of the conversation or the majority of the conversation, but it may be some place where you can slip that in so that you build some camaraderie, you build some connection, because people are probably going to be more likely to hire someone that they feel comfortable with versus someone that they're like, yeah, this person can do the job, but I just don't know. You want to answer the I don't know part within the interview. So do your research about the company and the people and the things that are going to help you leverage as to how are you going to fit in as being their problem-solving solution. Often in an interview, I will ask what's called a STAR question: situation, task, action, results. It's really kind of the who, what, where, why, how, and results question. And the A answer is, well, when I was at who, I was asked by who, being the stakeholder, to do what? The task. This is the action that I put together in order to make that happen. On top of that, if you really want A, you also want to talk about collaborators, subject matter experts, people that you brought in who really knew certain parts of the element of finding the solution, and you being that project manager. And then what was the results? How did things pan out? Were you successful? Was there an implication as to impact for revenue? Did you save the organization money? Did you help that organization make money? And if you want to know what the A+ answer is, the plus is, after I did that project, I learned a few things. What exactly did you learn? And I applied that to other times that I was asked to do similar things. That then tells the interviewer that you not only took a project from A to Z, but you also took the time to learn and to improve, to get better. And that's really, really key when you want to have someone more than just an A, when you want an A+. When you're doing the interview, you also want to see where you are the solution for the problem, the pain point of the people that are interviewing you. You've done your research about who they are, you've done your research about the company, you understand the company, but this is also an opportunity that if you don't hear exactly what the problem is that they want you to solve, that you ask, tell me please, what are your greatest pain points? What are the things that are keeping you up at night? What are the challenges that you're facing? Do you anticipate any other challenges coming down the road that maybe right now you want to start planning for? And then you want to have some questions. Now, these questions are really super important, and it's important to have questions. One of them may be, if I were in this role 90 days from now, what would tell you that what I've done has been successful? Now, that puts you in their imagination being the problem solver because you're also talking about success after 90 days. That's a good place to be. The other thing is finding out a little bit more about their culture. Now, you don't want to say, so tell me about your culture. That's just very bland. And also at the same time, you'll probably get a very generic answer. Oh, our culture is this, and we have snacks, and we have a game room. Not that anyone plays in it, and it's kind of frowned on or whatever. But you want to ask a question like this. So I understand that you've been with this organization a couple of years, and I just want to know, what is it that you truly love about your job? Now, that makes them think about, what do I enjoy about my job? Do they enjoy their job? Do they enjoy being here at all? But if they're pretty good at giving you a nice, solid answer, then chances are it's the truth. But if they're kind of fidgeting all over the place and they don't really have an answer, well, that might be the red flag that what are you getting yourself into? You also need to have other questions, maybe things that probe into, again, the challenges, the pain points, and again, seeing how you can be that solution. There are a few mistakes that I've seen a lot of candidates do in interviews. One of them is fidgeting around, moving around, looking down all the time at their paperwork, looking up over at other things, saying things like, or like, or, you know. Those are things that actually weaken a candidate's presence in an interview. And one of the things that you can do is practice. Now, ideally, if you have someone that you can practice with, asking you the questions, you giving answers. If you're not able to do that, then think about what the questions are, answer them with your phone, recording you. And that way you can see how do you perform. Another thing is to do it in front of a mirror. But you need to practice because by practicing and being prepared, you will gain confidence and at the same time, comfortable.